Well, the insanity has begun. As you've seen, the new design of the Swatch and Blancpain collab watch was revealed yesterday, and everyone's going nuts over it, both ends of the spectrum. We're talking lovers and haters alike. I have to say, me personally, selfishly, I really wanted this collab to be the bathyscaphe. Obviously, as you know, owning the 5015, I already mentioned in my last video, I probably wouldn't get this if it was the iconic 50 Fathoms model, but it makes sense. You know, I was kind of briefly discussing through the comments on one of my posts with Dave from Just the Watch, and he confirmed, like, yeah, it makes sense that they're going to do the 50 Fathoms instead of the bathyscaphe. But regardless, I've had mixed feelings since yesterday, and I've gone back and forth. Do I love it? Do I hate it? You know, I'm curious, have lines formed? Are people camping out the Swatch stores already? Probably, but I can tell you within the first less than an hour of this being launched, there were already posts on eBay, which is just insane. And the people, I don't know what planet these people live on thinking they're going to get that kind of money for these watches. Like, what are they going to put in the description? Like, shoot, this ain't that moon swatch. We're talking Blancpain, baby. This is hot horology. What you know about that? We're talking solid 18 karat ceramic plastic rotor. We got a one-of-a-kind, high top-notch quality plastic crystal harvested from the plastic trash in the financial district of Geneva itself. You can't find this anywhere else. Like, I don't know. What are you going to do to hype it up? Like, I don't know which is worse, the flippers or the people that are actually spending the money. A fool and his money are soon parted. And I know some people have more dollars than cents. Geez, can you imagine paying over $1,000 for one of these watches and then it have an issue and you go to Swatch and they're like, yeah, because of demand, we can't replace this watch. So here's a $400 store credit. You're out that extra money. You paid that premium over retail. It'd be so, don't do it. Don't pay over retail for this watch. That's my opinion. But anyway, getting into the price, I think $400 is just too much for this watch. You would think that that would be my main disappointment, but it's not. My main disappointment is actually the colors that were chosen for this collaboration. You know, all of the influencers are pointing out how fun it is, how cool that is. It's nice. But I look at it as like, man, they just look like, I hate to say it, they look like toy watches. They look like a flick flack. And it kills me to say that because I love the 50 Fathoms. I really, you guys know how much I love this watch. And so to see these colors, it would have been cool if they were in addition to, kind of like what happened with the Moon Swatch. You had a light gray, you had a dark gray, you had kind of this khaki tan brown color that looked good. You had some reasonable case colors, and think about it, the Blancpain 50 Fathoms has a titanium option, so going with a gray one would have been cool if they had, and still keep the colorful dials, but keep the case like a titanium colored gray or silver. They could have gone with the blacked out, like Dark Knight version of the 50 Fathoms. That would have looked just absolutely killer, in my opinion. And if that had been in this lineup, even though I have the 5015, I would have pulled the trigger on one of those colors. But the colors that these things came out in, I'm just not interested. What are your thoughts about the colors? Like, I'm really curious and I want to hear your thoughts. So let me know in the comments. What do you think? Don't get me wrong. I think these look cool. I think they stand out as a fun watch, you know, automatic. So Jean-Claude Biver stuck to his word there, which we're all happy to, I think, see. There's a lot of nuances that are pretty cool. The, you know, 50 Fathoms as far as water resistance at 91 meters. That's cool. I dig it. The mechanical movement you can see through the case back, I think that's cool. The design is really nice. The lume looks good. But then there's all these other little things that I don't like about it. So for some, they're going to hate the dimensions again. I don't know. Blancpain just always seems to do this and have huge watches from what people are wanting. Even 42 millimeters doesn't bother me, but I know it's going to bother a lot of people out there. Damn near 14 and a half millimeters thick, which is only half a millimeter thinner than the actual 5015. So it's a chunky watch. I think on that NATO, it's going to wear really big on a lot of wrists. The 47 lug to lug, I think, is cool. That should work with most people, but it's a big watch. And then I think the bezel sound from a video I was watching, it doesn't sound great. Sorry, but it's not serviceable. To spend $400 on a watch that you're going to eventually have to get rid of, I think, or it's just going to not work at some point in time, and that's the end of it. I don't know. It's a hard pill to swallow. it is what it is. It's a plastic Swatch with a really iconic design to it in the wrong colors. So that's how I feel. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. That way others can see it. Share your thoughts down below. I really want to hear what y'all are thinking about this particular launch. And if you don't like this video or me and my channel, then go ahead and give it a thumbs down, but make sure you copy and share it. I would appreciate that. Until the next one, I can't wait to see you all. And as always, may the Schwartz be with you. Take care.